Your paycheck should feel like a plan, not a mystery. If money vanishes before the month ends, this video is for you. Today, I'll outline a simple budget system that fits a low income in the US. It's not flashy, but it's doable and it sticks. Start with a week of tracking. Write down every dollar you spend and every source of income, even loose change. The goal is to see where money actually goes, not where you wish it goes. Next, set up two accounts and a sort of cash envelope for groceries. One account covers bills and debt payments, the other funds everyday spending. If you can, open a third small savings account for emergencies. If you can't open new accounts, you can still use separate envelopes in a single account or digital folders to mimic this setup. On payday, move money this way to keep it honest. 50 to 60% goes to essentials, like rent, utilities, groceries, and transportation. 20 to 30% goes to debt payments and savings. 10 to 20% goes to small personal needs or little treats, only if you can swing it without hurting the essentials. For groceries and gas, keep a separate grocery.gas envelope or a digital limit and don't spend beyond it. If you're juggling a tight rent, groceries, and transport, this split keeps the basics covered first. Let's talk numbers a moment. If your needs run about $1,400 a month and you bring in $1,900, you could aim for about $1,050 to needs, $300 to debt and savings, and $150 to flexible spending. The exact splits matter less than sticking to the plan and adjusting only when you must. The core idea is clear limits and predictable transfers, not a perfect forecast. Cut costs where you can. Call your service providers before you miss a payment and ask for a cheaper plan, bundle options, or a lower rate. Cancel subscriptions you don't use or haven't needed in months. Look for cheaper groceries, cheaper phone plans, and cheaper insurance if you can switch without losing coverage. If you qualify, apply for energy assistance, food programs, or local aid. It's often a few phone calls away, and you don't have to prove you're rich to get help. Start an emergency fund, even if it's small. Aiming for $1,000 is a common target, but begin with whatever you can and automate it. If you can spare $5 or $10 a week, set up an automatic transfer to your emergency fund right after your paycheck hits. Small, regular boosts add up over time and reduce the fear of the next surprise bill. Investing doesn't require big money. If your employer offers a 401k match, contribute at least enough to get the full match. That's free money. If there's no match, open a simple IRA or use a low-cost index fund and schedule a tiny weekly or monthly contribution. $5 to $10 a week can be a start. The key is to automate so you don't have to remember, and to choose broad market exposure rather than trying to time the market. Make time for a weekly money check. Sundays are good for this. Review receipts, compare actual spending to your plan, and adjust for the next week. If you overspent in groceries, shift less to the personal envelope or pick cheaper meals. If you underspent in utilities, consider increasing your savings by a small amount. Dealing with debt is important too. Pick a method you can stick with. The avalanche targets the highest interest first, while the snowball handles the smallest balance first. Either way, commit to a monthly payment and apply any extra cash you have toward that debt. Track progress and celebrate small wins. Those little improvements matter. Don't forget the community safety net. Food banks, energy assistance, public libraries, free clinics, and local nonprofits can ease costs in the short term. Libraries aren't just books. They're free Wi-Fi, study spaces, and sometimes free programs for job search or budgeting. Local churches or community centers often have support networks as well. Keep a simple mindset. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Don't raise your spending just because your income ticks up a little. Before a big purchase, try waiting 24 hours and ask yourself if you truly need it or if you can put that money toward an emergency fund or debt payoff. This plan won't make you instantly rich, but it builds real control. It turns unpredictable money into a predictable routine, and that changes what you can do with it over time. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which part you'll start with this month. What budget challenge are you facing right now? And what small change will you try first?